Hi guys, I'm Lana.
Hi, Ashley.
And this is the Second Breakfast Club. And today we are continuing the Introduction to BTS series, which we're adoring.
Yes.
So this is Suga's episode 4. Yeah. Oh, as of right now, this is probably coming out on Thursday, which, if you haven't noticed, is day 2 of my BTS game that's going on. So look at my other videos, and I'll put a link in the description. If you haven't gone to play, go play, because I want lots of votes. Because you guys choose where the story goes. It's kind of like outcasty. So please do that. I'm really afraid like 5 people will vote, and then, or like no one will vote, and then I'll have to just make stuff up.
It's a great concept.
So it'll be fun. Go do that. But after you watch this video.
You have to pay attention to me too.
Right? Absolutely. Well, Ashlyn's got some cool surprises brewing.
No,
herself.
I'm not being selfish. I was just being funny.
Okay.
I was being needy.
Well, I'm letting people know.
Yeah.
Oh, she's needy. I love you.
Needy girl.
All right. Let's just dive into this. I'm excited to see, like, they've done such a good job so far. I'm excited to see what they pull out.
Yes.
About
I'm excited for this one.
Our D-boy. 3, 2, 1, go. Yes. Oh, I like that they put the warning there, but you can't do Suga without a language warning.
Right.
Classic. I love this song. It's a great turn of phrase.
I know.
Because he doesn't sleep. We all tease him about sleeping so much, but he just never really does.
There's something so attractive about a man who knows what he's good at, knows what he wants, and like goes after it with everything. I'm like,
I like that he said what his ultimate goal is to be the most influential artist in the world. Like, dream big. I also like that scene we just kind of chatted through, but like the one about how he takes care of the members by pretending he's not, you know?
mm-hmm.
He points at himself. That's what Nashville would say. Well, that's the song that made him want to do hip hop. Oh, well, there you go. I was about to graduate in 2006.
You graduated in 2000? Oh yeah,
I graduated in 2007. Yeah. I said I was about to. He was in elementary school.
He does me dirty, dude.
He's both of our bias record.
Yes, hard. For the longest time, I always said that I was Suga, but in the last video, I said I was Jungkook, but I still feel
You got a lot in common with him. Especially older Suga, like Suga a while ago.
Mm-hmm. That's why I changed mine.
Yeah, I feel like you're Jungkook today and Suga from a couple years ago.
부모님은 아무래도 반대를 하셨죠, 음악을. 가사 정도 다 뺏어가지고 그럼 제가 앞에서 네 공부할게요 하고 뒤에서 음악을 했어요. 무서워했어 사람.
Yeah.
솔직히 말하면 연습생 때부터 그런 게 있었던 것 같아요. 일상적인 평범한 뭔가를 할 때 사람들이 많은.
I think it's funny that he's both of our bias wrecker because we both relate to him, but the exact opposite parts of him.
Mm-hmm.
이제 그래가지고 이제 처음 뭐 되게 고생 많이 했어요. 고생 많이 해가지고 해서 서로 올라오게 됐는데 저는 처음에 아이돌이 될 거라고 생각하지 않았어요. 그냥 프로듀서 이런 느낌으로 그때 막 아이돌 멤버를 뽑는다 뭐 이런 식으로 오디션을 하진 않았어요. 랩 배틀에서 이렇게 제 2등 돼서 올라온 건데 그래서 올라가서 이제 프로듀서 자기 작곡가는 곡은 안 되는 사람을 해야 되기 때문에 춤을 막
I loved that line, but then they suddenly made me dance.
저는 약간 좀 그런 생각이 없는 거 아니었어요. 없는 거 아니었는데 이게 둘 다 해봤잖아요. 대구에서 음악을 해보고 올라와서 이제 아이돌 전에 연습을 해보고 하면 훨씬 힘들어요. 아이돌이 어떻게 사셨는지 그래서 지금은 이 뮤직하는 거 너무 좋아요.
It was a great interview. Oh, I heard that. I feel like all of them have talked about that, being like just so nervous, like when an album releases or right before it's about to release. A lot of people keep saying he still has a hard time showing his emotions, and I don't think that's true anymore.
Mm-mm.
I think he's learned to be really open with us. Cute. This song, dude. This is my favorite part of 2017.
Mine
So this
too.
is probably like what meant the most to him.
Mm-hmm. Being acknowledged for his producing.
Mm-hmm. And for just somebody else's song. Like this
Yeah.
is him as a professional, not just an idol.
Mm-hmm.
I hear he's one of the 25 people who got inducted into the Korean Copyright Association that year. Like, because now he's done enough music.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like he's the one who voices their biggest dreams.
You write the songs, and they're very personal lyrics. You talk about things like mental health, and that's important to you, right? To set yourself aside, not just do pop music, but talk about issues.
한국이나 미국이나 언어는 다르지만 생각한 건 비슷하다고 생각해요. 저에게 가사들을 많이 공감해 주시는 것 같아서 되게 감사합니다. 하시는 거 잘해야죠. 꿈 못 이루시고 꿈이 없으신 분들 괜찮습니다. 꿈 없을 수도 있어요. 행복하시면 됩니다.
Glad he pushes that too. Like, you don't have to have a life passion.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes it's easier not to.
결국 실현의 끝이 만개하리 Dream 시작은 미약할지 언제 끝은 창대하리 Dream
This creator does a... That's one of my favorite things he's ever done. Because people kept saying they're lip syncing, and so he would just stop singing in the middle of some of his songs and then smirk.
He was like, don't play.
Right?
Haters don't hate.
Right.
Cute.
This creator does a really good job of synthesizing the core of who each person is into a short time period.
Yeah, I love how tastefully done these. These are very tasteful and show Min Yoongi. You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
Namjoon and, you know.
And I like how a lot of them have tried to root who they are now and who they were then, like pulling up really old interviews, or like the thing that seems to drive them is the thing that's focused on. Like, I don't think many other creators pay that much attention, you know?
No.
Like,
It's just so refreshing.
it is. Cause like if I wanted to sit down and have a conversation with somebody about why I love Yoongi, this pointed out almost all of them, right?
Definitely.
And a lot of things that people don't appreciate anymore, because either they compare him to who he was in the past, or they completely forget where he came from. Like, they'll say, oh yeah, he grew up poor, but then they forget, like, how long was he doing music in Daegu? How long was he doing this? Like, there's a lot of trial and suffering that went into why he can make songs like No More Dream and Nevermind and stuff like that predates BTS. And I don't know, I think it's really important to pay attention to that, because he speaks really well to both driven creatives who like can't do anything else, but also people who have no idea what they want to do and feel like they must be losers because they don't have a dream. You know, he can speak to both, and I think that's a big part of Bangtan.
Yeah, it's an exceptionally powerful message, that's for sure. I don't know, I feel like Min Yoongi is so himself that it almost baffles me that people can't, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
See him, Min Yoongi, not Suga. You know what I mean?
Or August D. Or,
Yeah.
Like, one of my favorite things about him is that he does separate out his personality.
Yeah.
He's like, well, I gotta deal with my anger now, so let's get in touch with August D. Or now I
Yes.
have to deal with, you know, an overwhelming happiness, so let's get together with Yoongi. Or, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's a very interesting way to sort out your feelings. Because, as we've talked about, like, when we think of rap line, I think we think of, at least I do, and I think we've talked about it before, how Namjoon seems very into what's going to happen. Like, he writes a lot about the future. J-Hope writes a lot about now. And I feel like Yoongi draws a lot from what happened. Like, his past. He's even mentioned he'll bring up, like, old journals, and he'll write a love song, but it's based on, like, an entry he made in the 3rd grade. You know, he's like, I just want to recall how I felt back then. And then, it doesn't always mean that's where I am now, but I have notes and lyrics and stuff from back then, and I can dredge up what happened.
And I think that's, as a creative person, you can have all these thoughts in your mind and be holding on to them for a very long time. But if you never put them out there, whether it's on paper, whether it's painting, whether it's writing, whatever it is, if you never put it out there, it's always going to be stuck in your mind.
Yeah.
And you can't really, if it's a struggle or if it's a happiness or whatever, you can't necessarily fully reflect on it, move past it, until you get it out there and you see what you've created based on that, and then you can almost find relief, like, oh, okay, I got this out. I can start processing. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, and sometimes I think it's also important to process those things every few years, because as you grow, suddenly you'll have like an insight, or be able to let something go because you've finally gotten to that place in life.
Exactly.
So like when Yoongi sings, like, I don't know, Nevermind, I think that's him finally processing this big feeling he had when, like, his parents are saying don't do music and throw out and burn all of his lyric books or whatever. You know, like, I feel like through finally gaining everything that he wanted, he's able to now filter his past through that lens. Like, there's a relief of he got there. But then it's also in a lot of his music coupled with this sense of like, well, I had to be hungry to get here. Now how do I stay a good person? Like, how do I stop being hungry? Because this is my whole life. That's all I've known how to do. And there's just a lot of self-reflection through the lens of what has happened to him. And I find that very powerful.
I do too.
Like,
because I feel like as people who've suffered from bad pasts or abuse or whatever, even though you know so many people go through it, there's always this alienating feeling that you were the only one and no one else can relate and no one else can understand what you're saying. You know what I mean? And I love that about Yoongi and about BTS in general, that they're not scared to put those out and be like, hey, you know what? We're young. Youth is hard. Yeah. Living is hard. This is what people go through, and it's okay. We're here to support you. Yeah. We're here to love you, but also, you know, key moment, love yourself too, because
figure yourself out.
All of these things can make you feel worthless and make you not feel like you have any value as a person, but
you have value. You can get there, but you got to do the work, and you've got to face yourself, and you got to figure out who you are. We're here to support you, but it's now on you.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Which is really powerful, I think. You get a lot of supportive, at the end of the day, nonsense music that's just like, go, you're powerful, you can do it. But very few people are like, okay, now deal with it.
Yeah.
Like, it was not fair what happened to you, and it stinks, and it's horrible. But deal with it.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. We get inspired. So, put everything that you love about him down in the comments. Let's have a little conversation. Again, this series is amazing. It's super amazing. I'm so happy we found it.
Yeah,
so keep making them. We love them. Thank you for sharing them. And we'll continue this series until we're done. Yeah?
Yes.
So until next time,
Live long and prosper.
also like, comment, and subscribe.
Bye.